Okay.
Hello.
Hey, everybody. Good morning, lover.
It's comfortable, isn't it?
It's comfortable. We've got a Dezza involved today who's pacing. He will settle down.
He's been on his hollybobs,
He's been on his holiday, yeah, and he's decided today that he missed us.
Yeah.
Bless him. He don't quite know what to do with himself. Anyway,
there might be a little bump. Hang on, I'm just going to play with this mic a little bit. Hang on one sec.
oh, so that's what you call it now, is it?
There we go. It's a little bit high. There we go. That's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm better now.
Derek, do you know what to say?
Woof.
Say welcome to the journey with Kirsty and Simon. With me, Kirsty, and him, Simon, and Derek. Chief of Security, back in the building.
What season is it?
Season 5, episode 26.
It ain't.
It's not? Is it not?
I'm pretty sure it's 28.
28. I went down instead of up. Sorry about that. Because the last one was 27.
No one minds that, Kirst. No one minds that.
Yeah. 28. Sorry about that. What? Little typo there. I should change it. I've not got a lot on our list. Because we didn't tell you last week. So we've had a little weekend away, haven't we?
We've had a little sojourn.
A sojourn. Yeah, we went for the crack, didn't we?
Away from the mountains.
We went off the mountains and we actually went to Dublin to see Sarah Millican for my birthday.
Yes.
And she was ace.
She was brilliant. Really brilliant.
Any people that are living in Spain, she's in Gibraltar in St Michael's Cave next year.
Yes. Same tour, innit?
If she wasn't a comedian, I'd go again. Because once you've heard a joke once, it's not funny. But very, very good. A lot ruder, a lot cruder than she is online. We don't mind that.
No, not at all.
But if you're offended with swearing and talking about boobs, bits and bums in depth, don't go. You won't like it. But we did. We thought it was very, very funny. It's packed out. It's great, wasn't it? It's a good night. It's a good night. Dublin. I've decided Dublin. People say Dublin's the most expensive city, isn't it? One up there with Paris.
Well, they say it is expensive.
No, I call bullshit on that. I do. It's my new saying. I call bullshit on a lot
I don't
of
think
things.
it's no more expensive than London for a start.
€7 60 for a pint
of
Guinness. Now, if we compare it to Spain, it's always going to. But the gin and tonic was the same price. We've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
We're not going to go into depth as much as we did with London because we was overexcited then. But it was.
We got over that.
We got over that now. But we are going to say in relation to the place, so a gin and tonic was, what was it, £5? No, it was €9.
No, the gin, it was like, I can't remember.
Can't remember.
The gin was
anyway, it was only a little gin. It was an English measure of gin, Irish measure of gin.
It was like the gin and the mixer were the same price, I want to say. They were like $4.50 each.
But it's the same price as in Spain, in Marbella, but you just get a lot more gin.
Yeah, you get a double-sized pour.
Yeah, so I would say it's not worth drinking spirits in the UK because they're always going to seem expensive. Wine I didn't touch, learnt my lesson with that. I've just gone into a right wine snob. I only like blush wine now. Can't believe that.
But you've only liked blush wine for a long time.
Yeah, but I would drink other wine.
And now you're like, no, I won't touch it.
And now what? I either have what I like or I just don't do it anymore.
Fair enough.
I have gin tonic, like a grown-up. But I'm not going to do that. And we had done Guinness. It was funny. We drank Guinness. You were looking forward to it because you loves it, don't you? I now loves it.
It was a very lovely pint, I must say.
I think I should go to zero. Is it they fattening?
Well, less fattening because alcohol contains a lot of sugar.
Is Guinness fattening?
I've never looked it up.
I think it's good for you if you're pregnant. I know that.
Got a lot of iron, is it?
Yeah, full of iron. Full of iron. You said that because you said it'd make you poo black.
Yeah. Did it not?
No.
You didn't drink enough then?
Didn't drink enough?
No.
Right then.
Mine was like a newborn baby.
You drank more than me though.
I did.
You did.
And considering I don't drink alcohol, that was impressive.
No, it was a good night. Thursday nights we landed and got in there. We stayed in a hotel called Bloom's Hotel. We would recommend that. Really good. A little bit more expensive. Weren't plush by any stretch. Clean bed. Small bed though.
I know. Basic
beds
hotel, but it had all the facilities you want, and its location was exceptional. Right in the middle of Temple Bar.
It had a bath.
Yeah, you do love a bath, don't you?
Well, I love a bath because I don't have a bath.
But you have a hot tub.
Yeah, it's not the same. And we're going into winter now, which is when you miss a bath. I don't miss a bath in the summer.
No.
I'm not fucking mad.
Who misses a bath in the summer?
Yeah, exactly.
You couldn't miss a bath in the summer if you had a bath in the summer and it was one of those that was in the middle of the room and you went to jump in and completely missed it. Then you'd miss a bath, wouldn't you?
You're an idiot. So that was Ireland. We then went up to Belfast.
Can't reach me, God.
We'd recommend, we went to a fabulous little restaurant, full Irish breakfast called the Stage Door, because anyone that knows us knows our passion with theatre.
I must look so uncomfortable.
Yeah, you don't look very comfy there.
Oh, that's because I'm not.
Oh, okay. Really great place for breakfast, Temple Bar, ace. Loved it. Loved it. And then we went up to Belfast to see your best mate.
Young Marky Mark.
Went to a place called Donegal, which we would move to, wouldn't we, tomorrow, if we wanted to move. We don't want to move, so we're not. But if we wanted to move, we'd move there tomorrow.
This is a non-recommendation. If anyone watches BBC Hope Street, that's where they film it, Donegal.
Yeah.
And it's such a beautiful, picturesque little place.
Well, it could have been like Dorset or Devon, you know.
Yeah, it could have been. But unless you're into Hope Street and you like really appalling acting, then it is atrocious.
In your opinion.
Well, of course it's my opinion. It's my podcast and I'm speaking.
Here we go. Yeah.
Who else is opinion?
It was very lovely. I'd go there and open a cake and craft shop.
Yes.
I've decided.
Yeah.
I now go into hypothetical business planning.
Yes.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Brilliant idea yesterday. If anyone wants any of these ideas, new business, prepared to work really hard and for many years and give it their all. I have many and they're all very good. I just can't be asked anymore.
Well, in your opinion.
In my opinion.
Just to go back to Donegal, and for people in Spain, they might understand this, who live in Spain all the time, but people who don't might not. It was drizzly and windy and cold, and we loved it.
We walked along is that the sea we walked along?
Yeah,
was it a bay or a sea?
No, the Irish Sea.
Oh, the Irish Sea.
Yeah, we walked along the common.
It can only be described as Baltic. My cheeks and nose were cold, and it was lovely. It was so nice. I was a bit mental because I didn't take my pack-a-mac. Simon did. He was fully prepared.
I was.
I didn't take that. I thought I'd break the rules and didn't take that on holiday with me.
It was the only thing, if you'd had that on you, you'd have been fine and dandy.
Yeah, so I did get a little bit cold and damp, but I didn't care. I loved it. It was so nice to walk along there.
Little coffee shop at the afterwards as well. It was lovely.
And did you feel when we went in the coffee shop, we just went in there and just got all tingly? Do you know what I mean?
No, but I know what you mean.
There, did you know?
Well, I had my pack-a-mac on, so I didn't.
You were toasty, that's what.
It's not really a pack-a-mac, it's a proper outdoor job.
I know, I like calling it a pack-a-mac. But as Mark said, it didn't go into a little pouch on your belt. So it's not a pack-a-mac,
no.
It's a very,
because it's not a
very
Mac that you can't pack.
Coat. Because you're very sensible travelling.
Very sensible coat for Ireland.
Which we established on the way there. When you get a little bit anxious travelling, don't you? Your mental health isn't great travelling.
Yeah, and I don't know why, because I have done quite a lot of it over my life.
Yeah. I travel
a lot.
And I know with the little bits we have travelled, I know with London, I made a pact, 2 pacts I made with myself. One on this journey, because it's all about progression. So my 2 pacts were, 1, I wasn't going to let your anxiety make me anxious. I was going to let you do your thing, and it was fine, because we established where you're doing your 3rd or 4th check of passport, money, keys, phone, tickets, blah, blah, blah. We absolutely established I don't have to do that. As long as I've got you, I've got everything I need.
Yeah.
Not an issue. So that was fine.
Yeah.
Do your checks, because
you
kind
just
of
check
checking
that you've got
for
me
as well.
Yeah.
I just have to check I have you. That's it, fine. And my other one was...
For example, when we talked about that time when you went away with Megan without me, and we were driving down in the car, and I said, have you got your passport? And you went, I have absolutely no idea.
No idea, because I had you.
And you did,
knew
because I'd put it in there.
Because you'd put it in my handbag. I know. And then you asked me a stupid question on who was I travelling with. Megan done that for me. It's all about management, you see, lover.
Yeah.
I'm good at managing.
Anyway, there we go.
Anyway, and then the second thing was I want to get over I'm not afraid of flying. I'm afraid of dying in an aeroplane accident. and it's a serious
Is that what you've
thing
come?
to say.
Is that what you've come back to?
Yes. I don't mind flying. I just don't want to die by dropping out of the sky or going headfirst into a mountain.
I think the thing to think about...
That is what it is.
Yeah.
So when I have all these superstitions, and when it's like, if I'm going to die like that, then the best I can do is, 1, be drunk, and 2, have you with me. So not drunk. I haven't been drunk for many years, actually.
I know what you want. You're afraid of the fear of dying.
Yes.
You're not afraid of dying.
No, God, no. I see my mum and dad. It'd be great. And Lily.
You're afraid of the fear that you're going to die.
Yes. Yeah.
So if you basically went to bed and never woke up, you wouldn't give a shit.
No, I don't care about that. It's sad for the people I leave behind, but I don't care about that.
But this is the point.
I'm not afraid of that.
If you knew for a minute that you were about to fly into a mountain, that's what you're afraid of.
That's what I'm afraid of.
If you start dropping and know that the plane isn't going to recover, that's what you're afraid of. Yeah.
So when I'm with you and our package is going to knock me out, I'm fine with that, but I'm still fearful of it happening.
Yeah.
So, but
see,
what
that's a
happens
fine
to me-
line for me, because if I think there's any chance of survival and I can get you out, I'm not going to knock you out, because I can't get you out anything like as easy if you're a dead weight.
You're not going to know if there's a chance of survival or not.
Of course I am.
No, you're not.
I know everything.
That pilot on our way back is not going to tell you there's a chance of survival. He didn't know what fucking way we were going.
I know.
That pilot, I've never heard an announcement like it.
I will know if we're dropping like a stone and we're toast. Yeah. Right? I won't know if we're going to fly into a mountain because the pilot isn't going to say we're going to fly into a mountain.
No.
So you'll just fly into a mountain. If we are going to crash, because of some engine failure, or that he's coasting, like say that Hudson, Sully and the miracle on the Hudson.
No, you have to.
Then I wouldn't. Because I can get you out if you're compass mental.
Oh, no, don't say you can't.
Otherwise I'd have to float you out.
You can't. I've told you, leave me. You can't change the goalposts now. You can't, because I was just getting good at flying. I normally have to touch the plane door. I need to explain. Plane door, when I go in a plane, I've done it probably for about 30 years. Touch the plane door, and I just have to tap it 3 times as you go in, and I can do it. No one even knows I'm doing it. So you go as if you're just holding the plane door before you go in. You go, just keep me safe, and that's it.
Where did that come from?
Just on the outside, no idea. So then it transferred into, if I didn't do it, then clearly we were going to die. So I had to do it. And only once did I go back.
Did you really?
Yeah. I hadn't gone into my seat, but I'd gone around the corner. I had to go back, and I thought, I don't care if people think I'm absolutely off my head.
But you know
I've got
what?
to do that.
You wouldn't be the first one.
Yeah. Probably.
So
that was, I only done that once, and but I forgot. Here's my point.
On the way to Dublin, you forgot, didn't you?
I forgot to do it.
Was it because it was a nice green Aer Lingus plane?
I don't know. Maybe I had the luck of the Irish with me. But then I had this is great podcasting, isn't it? But people might be able to relate to this, because then I was on the plane and I thought, fuck, I've forgotten. So does that mean I'm going to die or not? And then I immediately, because it was just my ego playing in my head, and that's mindfulness and the manifesting. No, I love it. And that's all it is I sat there and I was just like, no, because I've decided I'm not going to die today. It's not happening. It's not happening. That touch in the plane, Kirsty, does not make any difference. So I told myself that, and it was like, and that's fact now. Because I told myself it was fact that if I didn't do it. So I told myself it was fact. However, on the way back, I thought it would be a challenge not to touch the plane, because I was very aware of it. And it wasn't. I boldly walked through the door without tapping the plane 3 times.
And we're still here.
And I never thought about it again. It's done.
That's done. You've done it now.
Done.
Brilliant. Very proud of you.
Yeah. So there's a long way round there. Sorry if we've got anyone left listening to this.
It's interesting stuff, Kirst.
Yeah, but it just goes to show with superstition.
We got an opinion.
I thought I'd link it back to the superstition.
We got an opinion on something else, haven't we? We love Dublin. We love Temple Bar. We love wandering around. It was great. We love Dublin.
Yeah.
Then we went to Belfast. Belfast was nice, bit different. Didn't spend a huge amount of time there. Just the city centre was nice. But then what did we go and see?
Titanic Museum. That is a firm non-recommendation from us.
Hang on, don't
Wank.
speak for me.
Didn't like it. Boring. 25 euros each. Was bored. I know I have a short attention span, but I wanted to see that museum. I was looking forward to it. I was looking forward to having an afternoon out and going to it. I like a museum. Didn't like it. I wouldn't recommend it. I would say if you're in Belfast, go. But don't get your hopes up.
I think, from my point of view, it was disappointing because when it says the Titanic Museum, you expect it to be everything about the Titanic.
That's what it is, and it's not.
And it's not. It's the history of the Belfast,
company.
the dockyard, and Titanic, and the sinking. So the Titanic actually forms about 50% of it, or 40%.
Yeah, I'd say a bit less.
So 40% is like the history of Belfast and the dockyard, 40% is the Titanic, and like 20%, 10% before it is the building of it, and then the sinking of it, and the discovery of it. So, and for me, what I was hoping is that there would be elements of it where you could get a real feel for what it was like, not during the bloody sinking.
Well, your example about the room.
But to be on the ship. So, you know, even if you didn't touch it, you didn't walk up it. I never expected that. But you know what I mean? Like to get a
You're
feel.
not going to be able to touch the Titanic.
No, but like the displays.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, to actually walk through a cabin.
Yeah.
You know, to actually like
There was a
feel...
lot of reading and videos on walls.
Yeah.
In fact, all of it was that, really.
It was, yeah.
So, yeah, that's our trip to Ireland. We had a great time.
It wasn't that you shouldn't go, because if you're into all that history and all that, it's a great exhibit.
Very informative.
Very, very informative if you want to know all about it. But if you're going specifically because you want to know what it was like to be on and feel and all that, then I would say it was disappointing. But
It's a bit
again,
like a conversation with Simon. When you're expecting the short answer and you want it to be immersive and interactive, and he goes on and on and on with the history beforehand. And if you like that and you're interested, but if you struggle with keeping focus...
then it's a tough gig.
It's a tough gig.
I couldn't put that better myself. And I'd like to explain why.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was that. What a lovely trip. It was great to see Mark. Shout out to Mark, Grania and Reef. I think Grania does listen to our podcast, so it's like, yeah, really lovely. Had a fabulous stay. It was really lovely to see them, and we had a lovely couple of days up there in Belfast.
Very nice.
Lovely couple
Very
of days in
nice.
Dublin.
Very nice.
So there we go. That was our little hollybobs.
And before we went, just to get back to the House of Guest, I'm very excited about something I'm going to bring up. I'm more excited I've got a new idea. I'm more excited about... I kept burying a sausage last week, didn't I?
Yeah.
For anyone who didn't listen to last week's, you really need to listen to last week's for that to make sense. But we've got a little update on that, haven't we?
What about burying the sausage?
Yeah.
Have we?
Yeah, because you spoke to Jamie.
Yeah.
And you also Googled it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because you were convinced it was bullshit.
But I still do think it is.
You think it's a joke, complete joke?
I think that someone has created it on TikTok and it's a joke.
Ah, okay.
I think they've established this now. That by the look of it, there are some kind of... Now, I could stand corrected. That's fine. It could go back hundreds of years, and someone from Scotland could email us and say, "Who are you two? I never listened to your podcast. I don't know why I'm emailing you." But
some 300-year-old person,
yeah,
who buried a sausage.
Absolutely. But I know that there are some traditions. I think I read in America that it's like bury some bourbon whiskey for good luck and stuff like that. So I think there is an element of truth in that.
It's got a bit twisted.
Yeah, but I think bury a sausage. I mean, someone's having a laugh. I'm sorry, I still think that. And let's face it, if it's on social media, it must be true.
Absolutely. So that's the update on that, but it's still happening apparently, and I don't know whether it's going to be cooked or raw. I will let everybody know. Yeah,
it's a conundrum.
Because we've been away, so it's very hard to do any updates on the House of Guest when we haven't been here. But there is two very lovely updates on it. One, the guests that we had... when we've done the last pod that were here that checked out before we went away, they didn't tell us they stayed here 5 days.
Yes.
They didn't tell us until they checked out which wasn't a sneaky thing or anything like that, that they actually stayed here on a recommendation of people that had stayed here before.
Yes.
And which was lovely in itself.
Yes.
And then I had to ask the question. I mean, my mouth went before my brain thought about it, because it could have turned out badly. And I literally said, so did it live up to the expectation? Because that is always the dodge on a recommendation.
Of course.
You have lovely guests arrive on your doorstep on a recommendation because they're coming with high expectation.
Yeah.
Just as us with the Titanic, someone recommended it to us.
Yeah.
So the higher the expectation, the harder the job of reaching that.
Yeah.
We're very aware of that. We know our shit.
When anyone ever turns around and says, you have to go there, it's brilliant, or all that, it's like, oh my God. And then it's like, because everyone has a different perception of stuff.
Exactly.
So yeah.
But they then told us it was his mum and dad that stayed here.
Yeah.
And we remembered them. Thank God. We did remember them. We didn't recognise his surname and link the two. And his mum and dad are planning on coming back. They said that, but they were beautiful guests that was just like, we will be back, we will be back. We left Temple Bar going, we will be back.
But
and
who
we
knows
meant it
when?
in the moment, yes.
That's always the thing.
We understand that. So
we'd like to go
did.
back. We would like to go back, but life and stuff gets in the way, so you never know when that's going to be.
Yes.
But the premise or the ideal is that you would go back. Yeah.
So you've literally just done the long version of what I said.
I need people to understand the previous comment about the Titanic.
We're back in that Titanic museum. We're going to call it a Titanic moment from now on.
Are we?
Yes. Because it's how we roll, lover.
What, you mean I sink without a trace?
No, you can put any adaptation on it that you want.
What?
You're
mean
not interactive enough.
You mean I'm likely to not turn around in time?
You're not hands-on enough. I could put many things on it if I wanted to. Same as you. Anyway,
is it because I've left me binoculars locked in the bloody cupboard?
That was a stupid thing to write. One of them bloody posters.
I would have said that deliberately because I knew you'd pick up on that.
Yeah, because that's where my head was at that point. There was a picture of some bloke, and can't remember his name, and it was he left the binoculars locked in a cupboard. Literally, the poster said this. This is when I switched off, I have to say. And he had the key in his pocket. That's why on the crow's nest, look out.
They didn't have the binoculars.
They didn't have the binoculars, so they never saw the fucking iceberg. Didn't say fucking iceberg. Never saw the iceberg till it was up close.
Titanic.
Have you ever heard so much rubbish in all your life?
No.
And that was actually on a poster in the Titanic Museum. Thank you very much.
There's no way of knowing if that guy had the key in his pocket. There's no way of knowing if those binoculars were in that cupboard or not. There's no way of knowing any of that.
At that point, I'm like, I've wasted my money here.
Yeah.
This is rubbish.
I'm not entirely sure.
That was a silly thing to write up.
I'm not entirely sure how they actually know that they never spotted the iceberg until a third of a mile away when the Titanic takes a half a mile to turn. So I'm not entirely sure how they know that. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole.
Exactly. So
a boat sank and a lot of people lost their lives.
We're going backwards. Yeah, it's tragedy. There's a lot of people lost their lives. It's a tragedy, but don't be silly about the facts. God,
I just want to sing.
grown-ups.
I want to sing the Bee Gees Tragedy now. That's what Tragedy. I had to do it. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. Yeah.
Talking of singing.
Yes.
Kind of thank you. Thank you, the lovely ladies who came, because it's through who came up for that lunch, who loved it, and who commented, because you said you weren't going to do it. And just to round up this very satisfying... Now, wait a minute. I need to put my smug face.
Yeah, I was going to say, get the smug face on.
Wait a minute, let me just get my smug face ready. What are you doing, love? What are you doing?
I'm going to do a gig.
You're going to do a gig? And what are you singing, Simon?
My modern country and some old stuff.
Okay, so one you are going to sing. You've had your tantrum, haven't you? You've tried to do it your way. I had to get feedback. Do you see how difficult it is for me to do things with you sometimes? I've had to literally get an audience to back up the idea that I said to you in the beginning to do, that you refused to do, and then you get a phone call, and what's going to happen here, you're going to be like Billy Big Nuts down there. I got a gig. They think I'm great because they do think you're great. They've asked you to go down for this gig, and it's all going to be your idea, and you're going to be wonderful.
It's not my idea, is it? I stand the fact that I stand behind the fact that if I want to go out and I want to engage people and make sure they stay engaged, that I have to do some of the classics. And I accepted that fact. I don't want to.
You just said you didn't want to.
No, I don't want to.
Fair enough.
But if I'm going to accept a gig, if I turned around and said no...
You wouldn't have got the gig.
I wouldn't have got the gig.
But only a few short pods ago, you said you weren't going to go out singing.
Well, that's because
till the carrot was dangled.
Yes.
The carrot just needed to be dangled, and you're there. And I'm very proud of you for doing it, by the way. I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch.
Why are you even coming?
Oh, don't you want me there then?
Well, you can be. It makes
I'm coming now.
That's what I had to say, wasn't it?
You want me there then?
I don't mind. If you were there, that's great. If you're not there, it makes no difference.
But you said you've done something before where you said you were glad I wasn't there, which was hurtful but truthful. I agreed with you. Yeah.
I don't remember what that was. But for me, you won't put any more or less pressure on me whether you are there or not. That's my point.
I think I won't be there.
It's not even supporting me. God, that's bad.
Because I don't think I'll enjoy it. And then if I hear anyone, I mean, there's strangers in there. Imagine if I heard anyone say anything untoward about you.
There is no point.
I would knock them out.
I know.
And then I'd ruin it.
There's no point.
I wouldn't be able to not.
There's no point you coming if you're not going to enjoy it.
It's because of that. I think people would love you. But if I heard anyone say anything, I couldn't be calm like Joe and the wives of singers that I know.
Yeah, but there's also be worth speaking to Jo, because maybe she was like that. But I know that.
No, I have spoken to Jo about it.
There were times Ricky's been singing for many years, and he used to do the working men's clubs. They would have been tough gigs and stuff like that.
I'm going to speak to them. They're coming up in November. They're coming up before.
Because the other thing about that is that maybe she did feel like that, or there were times when he'd go out singing that she couldn't go to start with, because she was working or whatever.
She had the kids and...
Yeah, so it's like,
Okay. Right, that's it. Bit guest housery. I'm going to get to the best bit. The last best bit before the best bit. We've gone up on booking.com, haven't we?
I wondered if you were going to say that.
Yeah, we've had We've
had a great summer.
Really hard this summer.
We've had some great feedback.
The reviews have shown it, so we're now up.
Back up to 9.4.
Back up to 9.4.
We started the year at 9.1, which is an incredible score anyway.
Yeah.
But we've actually gone back up to 9.4.
Yeah. So we're away to end the season.
If you get back to 9.5, then that's... Are we superb at the moment? But then it's exceptional.
It's like Candy Crush, isn't it? Superb! Then you get an exceptional. But we're very grateful for that. We've worked hard for it, but we're grateful for the reviews.
Yeah.
And we're grateful for nice people coming here.
Yeah.
And 2 out of 10, dickhead, is in the past, firmly in the past.
Yeah.
Just makes such a... So we're really pleased with that. It's very nice. So,
yes.
Anything else about the guest house you'd like to add? I'm quite excited today. We're going to start changing it around.
Well, I know
I am winging it to Kissimas.
I know, literally, if you had the opportunity, you'd take everything out and change it around now, but we're not.
It today.
We have another month and a half yet.
It's going to be the longest month and a half. I want to put the tree up. I want to get Kissimas ready. The 4th is as good as sold out. Vintage Christmas. Gone.
Don't wish it away, love. Don't look at it like there's no other.
The 4th is as good as sold out,
yes.
Or it very well could be by the time this goes out.
Yeah.
We added on another 5 tickets, but it's done.
Yeah.
The 18th now is starting to sell, and that's it. So I think you've got 20 chances to get here this Christmas, because we're not putting any more on, because we've got the wedding now. Simon's got his singing gig. We literally haven't got time. We're putting on lunches and dinners. So we are not adding any extra dates this year. That has come to light. That was a possibility, but it's not happening.
No.
Is the news on Vintage Kissimas.
No. So really, if you want to come to the most fabulous Christmas party in the world ever, which is going to be my next advert.
Yeah.
Then...
You own it, because it is. This is the word's getting out that
then book for the 18th and book soon if you want to come.
You can't get something like this anywhere, which we knew.
Yeah.
We knew it.
Yeah. It's going to be a hell of a Christmas party.
It's going to be great. I'm very much looking forward to it. I've got all the plan done. Anyway, I'm not going to go on too much about that this week anymore, because I want to launch And his face literally dropped. I've got the bestest idea ever.
You haven't discussed this with me.
No.
This is totally...
No.
You are literally throwing me under the bus here.
No. It's nothing to do with you, lover.
Isn't it?
No.
You mean it's got absolutely nothing to do with me?
No.
I don't have to do anything at all?
No.
Well, I'm interested
You
to
don't
hear
have
this.
to build a website. You don't have to do anything.
No.
Maybe a few nails here and
Oh,
there.
by the way, actually, while we talk about website...
Yeah.
Keep an eye on our website because we're going to put up some of the most beautiful sunsets and everything that you can buy online as canvases of the pictures that we take of Casa
the pictures
KiSi.
of what we take and of the Costa del Sol.
And of other things, yeah.
My son is...
He's a fabulous photographer. He's got an eye for stuff and sees it. It's
yeah,
beautiful.
sunrises. He goes out jogging in the morning and stuff, and it's like he sent us a picture. We love sunrise. He send them to us. Cappuccino Port with the sunrise.
Beautiful.
Stunning picture. Anyway.
So keep an eye out for that.
Shop.
Yeah.
We're going to open the shop because we've now got merch, as you know.
Yeah.
Calendars, mugs have all been delivered.
Yeah.
And next week we will be drinking out of our own branded mugs.
Yes.
Well, I just need to pick them up today. Because in case you didn't know, we've been away, so we've gone a bit slack.
Have we been away, Kirst?
We've been away. We've been to Ireland,
Where
haven't
have
we?
we?
Anyway,
It's lovely,
back to
wasn't it?
Kissimas. Back to Kissimas.
Oh, it's something to do with Kissimas.
Oh, God, fuck I. Yes. I am launching, right?
You're launching.
I'm launching a new thing.
Go on then.
I'm launching a new thing, and it's called Kissimas Loved. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah, it's called Kissimas Loved because there's a lady on TikTok. Maybe she wasn't on TikTok. She might be on Facebook, or wherever she is. Anyway, but do you know what she's done? Her mission, right? It's called Loved Before.
Right.
Very big deal now. She's in lots of places all over, and she's just Loved Before. Tap that in, and it's second-hand toys that she used to go to charity shops, and she just had this idea that, an old teddy bear people had growing up, what have you, they were loved before, they're not loved now. Kids grow up. So then she refurbished teddy bears, I don't know if that's the right word, sorted them out, and then put them up for sale. It's a loved before bear. So it's like an eco-friendly toy that's been loved before. So you're doing two things, so it's an eco toy, but how lovely to have a teddy bear that's already had one childhood. Think of Toy Story. That's had one childhood, and then it gets given as another childhood. I mean, what a happy teddy bear that would be. Okay?
Yeah, I'm just letting you talk.
Right? So I thought about all the Christmas decorations in the world.
What, that aren't loved anymore?
That aren't loved anymore. That are in boxes, that are not needed, that maybe you don't want to bring out anymore because it brings back a sad part of Christmas because it was happy. So it reminds you. I've got
Would you want to get rid of them, though?
Well, you might not want to get rid of them, but you might want them
to go to another home.
To go to a Christmas party again. This house...
Is this just a way for you to get more bloody decorations?
It's going to be Kissimas-tastic. I will love any Christmas decorations that you don't want.
Oh my God, you have no shame.
Keep
you
any
have
Christmas
no
decorations.
shame. How on earth have you sold this?
Do not throw them away. Send them to me.
Oh my God.
I'm going to love them, and give them a Kissimas. I'm going to put the Kissimas back into their Christmas. That's what I'm going to do. And there's baubles sat in boxes, in sheds, unloved. Send them to me and I'm going to love them.
You have sold this. I thought you were going to get the decorations on. I'll make them up and we'll get them to a new home.
But I will love them.
It's not. You just want people's decorations.
That they don't want anymore.
Why didn't you just ask?
Don't diss it. That's a genuine. You know I love them. GV, I've got 3 boxes that GV gave me yesterday. I got more of a thrill out of that than I've had for a little while. Just saying, lover.
I did wonder what you were going to say. Jesus, we've just been
before the Guinness. Okay. But I will love your Christmas decorations. So it's going to be called KiSi Loved. If you want me to love your decorations, you know we've got a nativity scene that we got given by a very, very special lady who's not here anymore.
Yes.
And she gave me her Christmas decorations, her KiSi decorations, not knowing that she wouldn't be here the year after.
Yes.
I love them just as much. They're even more special to me now.
Yes, I get you. I get what you're saying.
Even more special to me now.
I get what you're saying.
So...
It's admirable, Kirsty, that you are...
I'm prepared to love any decorations that aren't loved anymore.
I know. That you should have a little asterisk saying, if there are any decorations I don't love, they might go in the bin, though. No? No?
No. I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to use them all. But I might not use them this year.
Yeah.
But I will love them until I find a good home for them. I won't just throw them in the bin.
And what space do we need to create for all these decorations?
We don't. I've got a whole house, inside and out. I've got bedrooms, bathrooms.
Oh my God! I've just thought what you're going to do.
There we go.
There
we go. It's gonna be Christmas-tastic.
Are we going to be one of those houses where it's always Christmas?
There's something I've never thought of before. We could be that, lover. The only thing with that, I spoke about that pub, the Plough in Smallfield, in Smallfield in Surrey, where I used to live. Used to cover the wall. There wasn't an inch. Used to go there because it was just like a grotto, and it was just lovely. I would do this house like that, but I always used to go in there and think, this has got to be such a cock to clean.
Yeah. Well, funnily enough, when we went into that beautiful little shop in Dublin, and I actually asked her, I said, this must be a nightmare to dust.
Yeah,
and she said, trust me, it is.
That was a little bit of a wanky moment for you of all the things to say. I was just,
because
I know you were bored and you were being very beautiful, letting me mooch around that shop.
Yeah, but it was all. I also immediately softened it with the fact that you had the doll's house, which brought you into the conversation.
You didn't have to bring me into the conversation, but it just made me chuckle.
No,
I was like, you just stood there and gone, must be a nightmare to dust.
Well, I thought it would.
Such a funny comment.
I thought she'd probably be, the most thing she'd take from that is she'd be surprised that a man thought about dusting.
Oh. I bet she stood there as a woman and thought, I bet he's in it and there's a dusty area.
Well, that's probably what she thought.
Yeah, not that you meant that, I know you well enough.
No, but she wouldn't have done.
But you know what? I saw a little Christmas table, didn't I? In my doll's house. Anyone that's in my doll's house, I've got an old... Everyone who's been here... Not everyone who listens to this haven't been here. I've got an old doll's house, 30... I don't know how old that is now. Anyway, I had it made for me. It was based on my property in the UK. And I made everything that went in it. It's beautiful. It's lovely. It's a massive dust catcher. It's in our family forever now. It's going to be loved forever. And I've got a kitchen table that I've got cakes and veg and everything that I made stuff on.
I always remember the carrots.
You always remember the carrots?
Yeah, I don't know why.
They had virtually the exact same table.
On a smaller scale.
With a gingerbread house, gingerbread men, and the baking stuff, eggs, rolling pin, blah, blah, blah.
Made by a German manufacturer of doll's house stuff.
Yeah, 95 quid.
95 euros, yeah.
And I'm gonna probably make that tomorrow while you're playing golf.
Good. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, it's the right answer, really. Yeah. Just because I can. Although, the only thing that's stopping me is Doll's House not going to be in here for Kissimas. Because we haven't got the space, because we sold all the tickets.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yes.
I can't wait to turn this house around.
I know you can't.
Well, it's going to be a long month.
You're just going to have to wait.
6 weeks. But hopefully, please, just let me know. If you live on the coast, I will come and collect your Kissimas decorations from you, and I will love them and give them a Christmas party, 4 Christmas parties for a whole month of December. Them decorations will get Kissimas, and so they're back loved again. And it's okay not to love a Christmas decoration, because a Christmas decoration is for life, not just for Christmas. There's your title. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
A Christmas decoration is for life. Just saying. If you don't want it anymore, send it to me.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Also, they can typically be a bit like Bag for Lives, which don't last anything like as long as a life.
Oh, but a little battered decoration's beautiful.
Is it?
Yes.
Thanks very much for listening, everyone. If you want to check out what we do, we got some space in end of October, November. Check out www.casakisi.com, or alternatively go on booking.com if you're a Genius member and stuff like that. You get some good offers. And other than that,
let me know. Christmas loved. You heard it here first. I will love your decorations.
Yeah.
A Christmas decoration is for life, not just Christmas.
If you've got a shed load of Christmas tat you need to get rid of.
It's not tat. Don't say that. You can't do that. I've told you this. You say that, a little fairy dies somewhere. Stop it. It's Christmas.
A fairy doesn't die if I say Christmas tat.
Does it? Throw away Christmas decoration. And a tatty Christmas decoration, aka vintage.
You've already said it.
Vintage.
There you go. Thanks for listening.
Oh, I'm so excited.
See you next time. How long are you going to carry on for this time?
I don't know now.
You going to say cheerio or goodbye?
Adios, everyone. Have a great week.